and welcome to this week's Teen STEAM. I'm super excited to do it with you guys. Today we're going to be making our own phone speakers, which is super easy and super convenient. You could do them probably 100 times more at home after we show you how to do it this first time, okay? So I'm going to start by pulling this off, so we can hear me a little bit better. And then showing you kind of what all we have in the bag. Okay, so you should have a cup about this size. It'll be a bright, cheerful color. You're going to have two little things of tape, like this. You're going to have a paper towel tube, and a little thing, a different bright colored duct tape. So, we are going to just dive in. Once we're ready, we're going to go ahead and take the cup and our paper towel tube, and you're going to just want something to write with. You can use a pen, pencil, marker. That's what I've got handy. And we're going to start by tracing a circle, oopsies, if I can get it to stay still, around our paper towel tube. And this, I've learned from experience, is by far the hardest part. So, if we survive this part, we will do wonderfully on the rest of it. Let's see. Like so. Okay, once we have a circle on there, we're just going to kind of come around and trace around it. Alright, should look something more or less like that. And then I have a little box knife. If you have something similar, or just like a paring knife or a pair of scissors, those will work too. I have found through trial and error that once you poke it in, if you put it in at kind of a slant, like this, and go nice and slow, it cuts a lot smoother than when you go quickly and when you have it like straight up and down. When you straight up and down, it's a bit of a pain, but at a side, it just kind of gently goes through. Okay. I'm going to keep being very gentle because, yeah, alright, almost. There we go. Oh. Alright. Well, I might just take scissors. And there we go. Okay, so you do want to double check at this point that that fits in. There we go. It does. Yay. Now we get to have a little bit of fun. We get to decorate. We can just get rid of that. We get to decorate our paper towel tube. So, here we go. We get to use our duct tape, and you can, I found that it's easier to just rip it than to try and cut it. So if you pull it up off and you just kind of pinch on either side of where you're going to rip, and then just like that, that tends to work the best. Ooh, that's not quite long enough, but that's okay. And you can just wrap it around. And just however you want. I might actually pull that whole thing up, make our life a little easier. Like halfway. And alright. And you can do some sort of a pattern. Really just whatever you're feeling. I think I'm gonna do, yeah. Do the same thing here with the blue that I did with the green. Oh, and let's get some of those bubbles out if we see them forming. You can just kind of straighten it out. And look at that. I like it. I like it. All right. Whoopsies. Pulled up a little bit of my wax paper there. There we go. And then same thing. It's easiest because then we know up about half. And there we go. And then we can just do as much of the pattern over the top again as fits. So not quite there. We want it a little bit more on top of that purple. Okay. There we go. Look, I have a little extra there. And then the green. Okay. And then you can see we have a couple spaces on here. We've got a little bit of a gap, so we can come back in with our extra and just fix it up. Okay, there we go. And we can either keep this a little bit here, or if it's going into the cup anyways, it's not a big deal, right? We don't even see it. So, that being said, we now need to create a way to make it so we can get our phone in this, right? Because this together works as a speaker. But a speaker without a sound system, it doesn't do us any good. So now you're going to want to take a pencil and just come in and kind of look. So I have my phone here, and I need to do it. As if you can see, we've got these two little speakers on the bottom. And you can look on yours and just see where they are. If for some reason it's up at the top or something like that, we'll just flip which way you do it. You just kind of look at it, go, we want it in probably about as far as our first color of tape here. So, and then you look at, about how wide is my phone? And we draw a line there, and draw one over here on the other side. Okay. And then this part, go ahead and come in with some scissors, and we're just gonna follow the lines we made. And then here again, it's easier to just use our box knife and just trim that up. There we go, all neat and tidy. Okay. And then we can go ahead and slide that right on in there. Okay. Now, if you want to do additional decorating at this point, now that we know where everything, all our cuts are and all that, we can come in with these. We can decorate this. I like it kind of how it is. It's kind of boring, I know. But if you wanted, you can absolutely come in and add some decorations to the tape, if I can find where this starts. There we go. Like And we can maybe hide the transitions, right, between the colors. So, and this one, this tape you do want scissors for. It does not rip nicely. I tried, trust me. It did not go very well. So we can just there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that, look at that. I like it. Didn't think I would, but I do. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. And you can do this really however you want. I think it'd be cool if you could figure out like how to do a zigzag on it or something. I am not that talented though, so I'm sure you are. So if you want to go ahead and get all fancy, create a fun pattern. Alright. There we go. Do a little more right here. Scissors. Let's see. Oh, no, don't do that. Ah. The joys of working with tape, I tell ya. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna just have to cut that. Not salvageable. Okay. There we go. And then last little bit here. One more time. Where's every time? I can never ever find where my tape starts, you'd think. Ah, there we go. There we go. Alright. Now, if you give me a second to clean up my work area, I will demo to you guys how this works. Okie dokie, everybody. So now that I've got my desk all cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and we are going to try out the sound and see the differences. So here is my phone with just my phone playing the music. Okay, now we're gonna slide it in here. Can you guys hear the difference there? It's very cool. So, let's kind of talk about why this works, right? Because this is all fun and well, but why does it work? Okay, so the reason why this works is because the cup, so the sound feeds into this tube, which as you can see gives us this cup, and it gives us a more focused angle for the sound waves to be going out at. So we know sound travels in waves, right? If you take two tin cans, tie a string between them and talk, you can hear each other through it. because the vibration's caused by the string. So this is kind of a similar concept, except what it does is it makes a focal point for the sound. So with this, it's just going out into the wide open air, right? When I just have it like this. But when we slide it in here, it creates a focal point in the cup. Let's see if I can't get a better view on that. There we go. Where it directs the sound, right? And it directs it out at an angle, which makes a more, I don't want to say precise, that's not quite right. It'll amplify it, really, is what it does. So let's try changing it a bit, right? Because science, let's try this. So we're gonna slide this in a little more, like that, okay? Let's see how that affects our sound. Okay, here's what we sound like. A little bit, right? Not a lot of it. Let's pull it back out. Ooh, difference. So, you guys are more than welcome to play around with that. In fact, I would suggest that you do. It's kind of fun, and if you want to make your own speaker, you can figure out ways to make it louder, make it quieter, just kind of see what works with it. Another thing you can do is you could try putting a cup on this end too, and then putting the hole for your phone like in the center and just setting your phone into it, like so. That's another thing you could try, which I'm kind of curious to see how that works because I've only ever done it with a single cup. You can adjust how much of this you have in here. Another thing is you could shorten the tube, right? You could use a toilet paper tube because they're a little shorter, or if you want, you can just cut it in half and see how that will affect the sound quality. Is it going to make your sound louder, quieter, bit of both, right? And I'd be very curious to find out. If you enjoyed this project and want more information on sound waves and how they work, here are a couple of books we have here in the building that will teach you a little bit more about it. Might even give you some ideas on how to make maybe a better speaker, right? And not just use a paper towel tube and a cup, right? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for Team Steam. Oh my goodness. More caffeine. Teen Steam today. I hope you guys had a blast. I know I sure did. And hopefully you get to jam a little louder now. All right, everybody. See you next time.